armored. Ah, what are you... Really? You're a horrible turret. Ooh, cleave. Their attack has hit multiple opponents. I like it. What else is out here? Probably a rat nest. I already know. A rat nest. There's always a rat nest. Like how you start every good role-playing game. With some rats. You have like no gear, but I have no use for a shield to speak of. Yes, that's clearly the gates to this keep, but whatever, I'll go inside. Easier than dealing with everything outside. You and Kalita enter the north gate of Rockridge Keep. The evidence of attack is everywhere. You see dead wretches, scorch marks, and several shattered walls. This is as far as the rebel assault reached. They did some damage, killed some soldiers, and fled back into the hills. Kalita surveys the damage briefly. More damage to report to Avadon when I return. Minor, but worrying. There are dead wretches, but not humans. For some reason, the wretches and other humanoids are serving the rebels. Return, the rebels send them to die first. Interesting observation. She runs her fingers through her hair, failing to bring any order to it. Don't worry, when the real attack comes, the shamans will be along in force. Why so worrying? Because wretches are like ants. See one today and you'll see 50 tomorrow. When will you return to Avadon? She starts to answer, but then she stops. Stops talking, stops walking, she freezes in her place for several seconds, and then she starts moving. Then she starts moving again. What just happened? Kalita looks embarrassed. Did I pause again? Yes. I apologize. Happens from time to time when I think about Avadon. Since I am a hand that's always out in the field, it does not matter. Do not let it concern you. Why does that happen? It is a private matter, and hands of Avadon are not generally questioned by outsiders. That must cause problems. Has affected the range of missions I have been sent on, yes, but I am not concerned as long as I can still serve Avadon. So, when are you returning to Avadon? As soon as I can. Events here need to be reported. I will go as soon as I have taken you to Odilo and met with my colleague. Your colleague? His name is Yannick, a fellow hand. He'll most likely continue here for a while. Continue while I report back. He is camped with the soldiers at the moment. Let us continue. Agreed, I will see you through. Commander Odil's tower is to the east. We must proceed. She walks on. I will loot bodies because stuff. Eventually, I will find someone who can sell me things. And I will sell them stuff. Lots of stuff. You enter the central courtyard of Rockridge Keep. Many soldiers are camped here. The Pact has been reinforcing Rockridge Keep, sending fresh troops and supplies. There are 3 towers around the courtyard, and a road leads up to the east towards the commander's headquarters. The recent attack has put them all in a state of shock. None of them thought the rebels were strong and confident enough to strike at their base. Now they know different. Most of the warriors are young, but one aging man in a long robe sits by the walkway to the east, and none of the younger soldiers go near him. Quartermaster? I would really hope for Quartermaster. Rockridge Scout Quarters. Looky. Rockridge Barracks. Yannick. Rockridge Keep was built around ancient ruins. The lands of Linnaeus have an astonishing variety of fallen and forgotten empires. The Obelisk here is the last sign of one of them. It is covered with faint carvings written in a language long dead. A middle-aged Kellam man sits cross-legged before the stone, copying the markings onto a sheet of paper. His robe bears the symbol of Avadon, which would explain why none of the soldiers ever get close to him. When you approach, he rises and nods to Kalita. "Greetings, fellow hand." She returns the greeting, and he turns to you. "And to you, Zeneris, is it? I have your description. I'm glad to see you safely returned." "You are a hand of Avadon?" "I am. I came here with my colleague Kalita to investigate and offer aid. I had to use my magical talents to deflect the assault. I should be an eye, alas, but my fire and ice has been deemed more useful than my insight." Kalita smiles. "Grow accustomed to these little complaints. Yannick has a library of them." "An eye?" "The hands of Avadon fight. The eyes learn and spy. The hearts advise Redbeard. I feel that I am more suited to other tasks than the ones I have been given, but it is not for me to choose." I have another question. What is your task here? "To aid the pact and to scourge its foes. Beyond that, we have been given great freedom to choose how to act. Alas, we have been found more activity than we expected. I see that Kalita has already aided you. Have you found my colleague?" How have you found my colleague?" "She is a competent warrior." "Of course. Avadon takes only the best, or forces them to join in my case." Question. Tell me about this stone. To aid the pact and discourage... Oh, wrong button. There you go. Tell me about this stone. Yannick immediately shows a level of interest and engagement completely absent from his prior conversation. "Remarkable, is it not? It appears to be the last known message from some long-lost tribe of hill people." "What does it say?" "No idea! Maybe a history, maybe an explanation of why they died out, or a story on how their young god king ate the sun. I'll need to access the library of Avadon to figure it out." "You study old cultures?" Kalita laughs. "Here we go." Yannick ignores this. "I'm a sage by choice, a hand of Avadon by compulsion. If I am spared a few minutes to follow my true purpose, I will." "You were forced to be a hand?" "Avadon, when in need, is allowed to conscript skilled warriors, one of the few powers left to Avadon in its broken state." Kalita clears her throat. Yannick sighs. "But we are not supposed to discuss this affair with outsiders." "That's all. Thanks." Alright. Let's go talk to... Wait, Quartermaster? Yes, Quartermaster! I can sell something. Meet Watcher Dinez, the Quartermaster of Rockridge Keep. He has the dark hair and harsh features of a man of the Kava. He was walking around the storerooms telling his meager supplies. You have met him, and he provided you with your first plate and suit of armor after all. When you greet him, he says, "Welcome back, Zeneris. I'm glad you survived your patrol. How many supplies to spare? But I'll always do what I can." "What can you give me?" "Nothing yet. Commander Odilo knows you were here. I won't do anything to delay your report to him." He smiles. "I can't understand your avoiding the man. Still, the commander's tower is east, in case you forgot." "Ah, I want to sell things." Fine, I'll go talk to the commander. There's the exit to the east. And some cows. Alright, let's go inside. What do we have going on here? Monitor Utsa. There's a shadow walker standing at the head of this table, poring over maps and blade rosters intently. Through the slits of the traditional mask, you can see bags under her eyes. Since the keep was attacked, she has had very little sleep. She nods as you approach, though she doesn't move any of her papers aside. Welcome, Daenerys. We have not met, but I know of your little adventure up north. I am Monitor Yatsua, honored second in command to Commander Odilo. I'd like to speak with you. I've already heard of your arrival. The commander would prefer that you report to him directly. He is in the hall to the west. When you're done there, I might be able to aid you. Ooh, aid. Commander Odilo. You meet Commander Odilo for only the second time. Your first meeting was very brief and brusque. After the introduction, you were sent to scout the hills to look for rebel incursions. This meeting, however, you have his full attention. He is an aging Kellam warrior with pale blonde hair rapidly shading to gray. He came from Kellam far to the north, to spend his life in the futile task of breaking order to the contested lands. He notes the presence of Kalida with a brief lip curl of disapproval. Then he turns to you. Ah, Daenerys, is it? One of our scouts. He reaches for a pen. Tell me what is happening to the north. We were attacked. Ogres, Wildrum warriors, and even a Titan. You describe everything you saw in detail. Odilo writes it down eagerly. Wildrum scouts, humanoids, and a Titan. This is truly troubling. Widespread problems far beyond what we expected. There is more I need to know. What do you need to know? You left here on a scouting mission with... He checks his notes. Silk. That was her name. Valuable scout. Did not return with you. What happened there? A Titan struck Silk down. Bill says, a Titan. It'd be hard to believe if two of these creatures hadn't just torn down our north gate. Was Silk slain? I don't know. The Titan hit Silk and carried off the body. Dill nods, make a quick note on a scroll. Carried off? Very suspicious. If you learn anything new about Silk's fate, I want to know immediately. Enough reporting. Now we must act. Quickly and decisively. What now? Odilo stops and thinks. He is unsure, an unfamiliar and unpleasant sensation. Then he remembers that Kalida is there. The idea comes quickly. It is time that Avadon earns its keep for the Pact. We will report this disaster to them. We will ask for more aid. We will see if we can awaken Redbeard from his slumber. Well, what will I do? You will be my envoy. There's a portal pylon to the south, old and inactive, but a hand of Avadon can restore it. It will take you to Avadon in a moment, and then you can get us the help we need. He looks at Kalida, and you, of course, will want to guide Daenerys and make sure the message gets through. You and that sorcerer staring at the giant rock in my courtyard. Kalida takes a step forward. That is not our mission. We are here to help you. And that is how you can best help me. Protect Daenerys and free me of your unwelcome presence. I want to not argue with this guy. But for the sake of explanation, what is a portal pylon? A magical stone which can send you to Avadon in an instant. Weeks of travel compressed into a moment. The stone is to the south. The hands can guide you there. I will get it done. That is the spirit. Good fortune, and I hope that Avadon does not corrupt you with this power madness. Go collect Yannick the sorcerer, and I will have the southern gate opened for you. Go south. Get to the pylon. Report to Avadon, and return. Kalida says, I will make sure Daenerys gets through, and then I will be back. You will not be rid of Avadon so quickly. Then go. I'm sure there's nothing else you need. The conversation ends. You've received a new quest. Report to Avadon. First, let's talk to everybody. Hand as me. There's a sorceress sitting in this office, well, hiding. She sits slumped in a chair in the corner, her blonde hair unwashed and her long robes unlaundered. Only the symbol on her shoulder, marking her as a hand in Avadon, is clean and fresh, and considering how often she nervously picks at it with her fingernails, it will not remain thus for long. She looks up at you. Welcome to my office. I am Hand Esme, representative of the august power of Avadon. What business do you have here? I would like to speak with you. Hand Esme is quiet for a long moment. She says, "Understand that you have already been given 2 hands to aid you. My absence would only make things confusing." She stares silently at you until you go away. Kalita shakes her head in quiet contempt, but otherwise says nothing. I appear to have found the toilets. That door goes outside, I remember it. Things I can steal. Other things I can steal. That's right, it has a junk bag. I should probably move a bunch of this down. Or, I don't even know, I'll just sell it later. Stairs! What is upstairs? Guest quarters. The door is locked. I don't have the key. It is too complicated to pick. And same result there. What is over here? Ooh, wait, I found a book thing. Book is about Linnaeus. This entry is already in your codex. That's kind of boring. Something interesting? Commander's Chambers. The door is locked. You could use lockpicks to attempt to open it. Currently have 3 lockpicks and it would take 1 lockpick to succeed. Hell yeah. Oh shit. That is one charged up turret. I'm staying well clear of you, but let's shut the door so it looks less suspicious. I really don't feel like dying right now. Monitor Yatsua again. I'm going to Avadon. I see. I hope that you can obtain aid for us. However, you may have difficulty for political reasons. Political reasons? Our commander is a known foe of Avadon. Many must trust the power of Avadon, of course, but most are quieter and more diplomatic. You support Avadon? Yes, completely. Avadon has done more to preserve the pact than any other groups, including Hanvar's council. What do you think of Commander Odilo's very vocal attacks on Avadon? He is a frank and passionate warrior forced to sit at a desk writing reports. This leads to too much thinking and brooding on his part. It'd be wiser if he could focus his energies on fighting the rebellion. Ooh, choices. Reassign. I think he should be reassigned to battlefield. I think he's insubordinate. Should be demoted. Sent to Avadon to learn firsthand the truth of what he's talking about. Or I think the commander's right and he should be promoted. Choices. Thoughts, anybody? Survey is saying no. So, I'm going to go with number 1. Saying he should be reassigned. It is not my place to say, but since you mentioned it, his strengths are best suited for the battlefield. Another question. I would like to aid you. Is there anything I can do to help? Sua starts to shake her head, and she looks at the enormous pile of reports in front of her. I cannot distract you from your vital mission. However, so much remains to be done. I can, I suppose, tell you some things I know about. For example, the woods you were Silken attack, there is a lumberyard there, abandoned by its owners. It has been taken over by wretches. If you were passing there and happened to destroy them, I could give you some useful assets from our stores. If I don't have time, that is your decision. I only suggest, if you are consumed with bloodlust, ways that such a thirst might profitably be slaked. Why haven't you slain them? Because we are surrounded by foes, and because this particular group is protected by several turrets, it appears they found the stores of a Tinker Mage and put them to use. I think I just received a quest. Yes, I did. So if you level up enough, you can eventually get your lockpick skill to such a point where lower level doors don't even require a lockpick if they're locked. Your guy will just kind of stare at them intensely and they'll just open like magic. Someone threw a crystal away. That's kind of random. And Quartermaster. Hopefully to sell something. I could use supplies. No orders are... All supplies beyond basic equipments must be traded for with battlefield scavenge. Sign of the times, I'm afraid. I would love to sell something. Sell, sell, sell. Sell, sell, sell. Goodbye, junk. Want to trade for something. Not really a whole lot of use here. You are kind of... Oh wait, there's more. That's the stuff I sold you. I will buy your lockpicks though, because I love lockpicks. What's back here? This was something you didn't quite expect in a packed fort. Wretches. Quite a few of them. One is fully grown, muscular, and acting as the keep's blacksmith. The others are its young. Small, feral, ever hungry, trying to help in the forge, but mainly only magnifying the chaos. The wretch in charge separates two of his young, who are going at it hammer and tongs, literally, and approaches you. Welcome, warrior. Welcome, welcome. I am Virgil. This is my forge. I snag. Trush. So, put that sword down. I would aid you. Trading I do. A lot of kids. Yes, most wretches have many. Many. Wife and I only have 16. Poor showing. Family very disappointed. Holy crap, 16 kids? People go insane. You have a wife? Using human word. Wretch word for partner different. But we do different. Scary and upsetting to humans. Best not ask too much. What do you want your kids to be when they grow up? He ponders this. Alive. Alive is good. Well, not too many alive to swarm me and take my stuff. Less than that, but a lot alive. That is good. I'd like to trade. What? Ooh, you have the neat stuff. That is cool. Only one page of neat stuff, though. Come back for that. That goes outside. I'm gonna wander around a little bit first. See what else there is to explore. 'Cause exploration. I found the gate guard. He gets to stare out a window all day. Under Rockridge Keep, an extensive series of caves and tunnels, both natural and man-made, has been stuffed with food, water, and equipment. Like any proper packed fortress, is ready to weather a siege lasting months. However, the sticky webs hanging from nearby walls suggest that not all is up to packed standards. The spiders the size of a fist that tries to bite your ankle is another clue. The tunnels are infested. No guards are in sight. Understandable. They must have other things to worry about. If you are interested in a bit of freelance pest control, nobody will mind. Sounds like experience. I'm gonna get probably mowed over. Probably should have got the mage before I came down here, because I'm about to lose one of my dudes. Alright, new plan. Really? Oh, that's horrible. Not that it's going to save my Blade Master there. So much for Buddha. You know what? That totally sucks. Let's go autosave. I can run through all this again, unfortunately, and not lose my people. Because I am stupid sometimes. And then... Yeah. I should have... Note to self. I'll come back and kill them later. I have to do all this over again. Are you gonna die in the first battle? I think you might. That would be hilarious, actually. Oh, the use of a jump bag. So I can't sell that anyways. However, let's go explore and kill things. I totally failed this last time anyways. Really? Hopefully you're weak otherwise. Ooh, what's on you? Money and pants. Kalita, you're not wearing pants. That's silly. Well, that's that area clear. Now to go inside and skip through all the text conversations.